Hello and welcome back to another episode of the FTM's guys. So today we are going to be talking about something that I recently experienced. It didn't feel good. It is what happens if you don't take your testosterone within your schedule. So meaning if you're taking it every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and so on and so forth. And this is in the case if, first of all, I'm going to split into two sections. In the case that if you already have a hysterectomy, and the next case is if you don't have a hysterectomy. So in my case, I'm sharing this because this very recently happened to me. Was because of my work schedule, it was very difficult for me to schedule my shots. So my shots are every 4 weeks, and I keep skipping them to the next week. So essentially it's very unbalanced now. And what actually happens in a normal chart for when you actually do take testosterone is your hormone goes like this and then it goes down. It goes like this and then it goes down. It's not a constant string of hormones. It's just when you just take testosterone, it will shoot up, and then during the cycle of when it's nearing your next shot, it will go down. It will dip quite a lot. So what ended up happening to me was and bear in mind, this was in the case of like, it was multiple months in a row that I was not getting it per schedule. So what ended up happening to me was I started experiencing really hot flashes, like scary hot flashes. Like sometimes just in the middle of the day, I would feel so hot internally. And what I mean internally, I'm not sweating, but I just feel like my whole body is like vibrating with heat. And sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night. Like I would wake up because I was so burning, like I was burning hot. I'd need to take off my blanket and I was just drenched in sweat. And at first I didn't realize that this was because of my hormones, but then I slowly realized, and I concluded the fact, and this actually does affect you, because essentially when you do take off, when you take out your when you do have a hysterectomy, you're basically like, you have menopause if you do not take your regular testosterone shots. And that's what ended up happening to me. And also my mood, I felt very low on energy, and I had quite big mood swings. So I was very angry, I was very aggressive, especially towards my dog, because I was just I wasn't getting the hormones that I needed, and I did get regular mood swings. I would just feel like down all the time. I would feel like, what is this life? Like I just had no emotion. Like I was so aloof sometimes, and some days I would just be so like super angry, but it wasn't really and I just felt like I was constantly low energy, and I felt like my body, because I exercised a lot, I just wasn't recovering on time, and it was a really bad feeling. So it kind of felt like you were groggy all the time. So please, if you don't have a hysterectomy, if you do have a hysterectomy, please take your hormone shots on time. Now, in the case that you do not have your hysterectomy yet, what could end up happening is, I have shared this in the previous video, is your your period can very possibly come back. Because you still have the hormone estrogen, you're still producing estrogen. Also, your body fat redistribution, everything from quite a masculine shape, it could start going back to a more feminine rounded shape. Your face will start getting the fat that it used to have. Your body composition will be changing a bit. And in terms of emotion, not really much emotional change, but yeah, the facial hair, your hair in general, will get a little bit thinner than it was before. So it's very important. But basically the main thing for both cases, with and without hysterectomy, is your emotion. Your mood is gonna swing and change in a lot of ways, a lot of trans guys do get, they do complain that during the few last days or during the last week of them nearing their next shot, you do get a dip in energy, you do get a dip in motivation of life in general a bit. So here are just some tips and just my personal experience. I'm back on track with my shots. That's why I'm back as an energetic person again. But please, please if possible, try to stay on your own schedule. You know, in my case, I have to go to the clinic because in Thailand it's a little bit more difficult to get it and, you know, inject yourself. In the case you do inject yourself, like I said, please do it on schedule. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one.